Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Okay, before I get started...
Does anyone want to get out?
Alright, but seriously, big announcement. Area 616 now has a Facebook page and a Twitter account. Links to both are in the description. You can go there for updates on the channel, news, and I'll also use it to talk about smaller things that are cool, but not quite big enough to warrant a whole video. For example, Ant-Man and the Wasp is set to start filming in June, and Infinity War is filming in Scotland next month. Cool, but not quite a big enough deal to warrant a whole video. But in any event, make sure you definitely check them out. But now, on to the video. Last week I did a video about everyone who I think will die in Avengers Infinity War, link in the description. So this week I figured I'd keep with the theme and talk about the Defenders. Another big deal team-up thing coming soon from Marvel, and the rumors regarding death in it. But this time, I'm talking about one rumor in particular that popped up not too long ago, saying that Claire Temple would pull a Coulson at some point in the Defenders. Now, if you somehow don't know what I mean by pull a Coulson, this is referring to when S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Phil Coulson, who had previously worked with Iron Man and Thor, and had bonded with a lot of the other Avengers, was killed by Loki during the Avengers movie. His death then prompted all of the Avengers to come together and save New York from the invasion. Now, Coulson was quickly revived for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series, but I digress. The rumor says that Claire Temple will ultimately meet the same fate Coulson did, but without the coming back to life for a spin-off series part, though a Night Nurse TV show would be pretty sweet. So, could this rumor actually be true? Well, at this point, there's actually some reasons why it might just be. So if you've seen Netflix shows, which you have, because why else would you be here, you remember that Jessica Jones and Luke Cage got together during Jessica's series. If you're a fan of the comics, you'll know that Jessica and Luke actually got married and had a daughter named Danielle. This looked more or less like the direction things were going in the TV shows. When this happened in Luke Cage. Kind of complicates things. Now, Claire and Luke had a lot of chemistry together, but I'm just not sure they had to get together. I thought Luke Cage would be above this, but the fact of the matter is, and this might blow your mind, so take it easy here, if there's a boy and there's a girl, they don't have to fall in love with each other. I know, it's weird, doesn't make sense, but it's true. Now, it wouldn't usually bother me, but both Jessica Jones and Luke Cage's shows have taken steps to make it seem like they have a future together. In Jessica Jones, Luke finds out Jessica had killed his wife while under Kilgrave's mind control. Spoilers, by the way. So, of course, he was quite mad at her and left. Then, later on in the show, he himself gets controlled by Kilgrave, and almost kills Jessica. So, now Luke very much understands that Jessica was not in control of her actions at the time, and completely regrets it. Not only that, but her show shows several times that Jessica and Luke really like each other. A lot. Because they're both powered they can let loose in ways that they couldn't with other people. Towards the end, Jessica even talks a little bit about how much she enjoyed being with him. But she did kill his wife. That would be enough to keep them apart, but flash forward to Luke Cage, and Luke finds out that his wife may not have loved him as much as he loved her, and he more or less gets over her. So, at this moment, Luke knows that it's what it's like to be under Kilgrave's control, knows Jessica wasn't in control and fully regrets her actions, and is now more or less over his wife. All of this seems to be building towards Jessica and Luke getting back together, but this happens. And what really bothers me the most about this is that this is clearly going to lead to some dumb love triangle thing weighing down the epicness of the Defenders. Because you know Jessica will be jealous of Claire, and Claire of Jessica, and then you throw in Misty for good measure, and it's going to be a real good time. So now back to the rumor. What if Claire died, uniting the Defenders, removing this love triangle, and bringing Jessica and Luke back together? At this point, it's really the only way that Jessica and Luke can be together at all. However, there's one problem. That would literally be the worst thing ever. Claire Temple does not need to die to bring the Defenders together. They all have different personalities, but the one thing they all have in common is that they love their friends and their city, and they would do anything to protect them. If the city is in danger, they will protect it. Claire does not need to get killed for them to do that. It's just cheap. And on top of that, I honestly can't see the Defenders not getting along at least okay. With the Avengers, it made sense. You have a sarcastic billionaire, a much humbler guy from the 40s, and an immortal god guy. Yeah, they aren't always going to see eye to eye. With the Defenders, the only problem I see is Daredevil's insistence on working alone and doing it my way. Jessica and Luke have both demonstrated that they're willing to work with others for the greater good. And based on some set photos from Iron Fist, it looks like Danny and Colleen work together a lot as well. Additionally, Daredevil still isn't stubborn enough not to work with anyone. He's worked with Stick, Elektra, the Punisher, and Brett Mahoney before on his show. Not to mention Matt Murdock giving in and letting Foggy and Karen help him on the legal side of things in Season 1. Bottom line is, Claire Temple should not have to die to bring the Defenders together, but whether she will or won't depends on the people making it. But ultimately, only time will truly tell. But do you think Claire will die in the Defenders? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.